Hi, I'm Bryony. I'm a front of house engineer and tour production manager. I'm currently working with a band called Foxes and also a singer-songwriter called Marika Hackman. In the past I've worked with the Noisettes and Billy Ocean and Laura Marling amongst many others. I've been a big fan of Soundcraft digital boards for a long time, and I've recently taken out the Performer last October with the singer Delilah. I'm now looking forward to seeing what the expression's like. So before I see any audio, the first thing I want to do is name my channels so I know where everything's going to be. A place to do this would be in a menu and on the input page. And it's input name, select that, and I can delete what's there and write it in. The touchscreen is nice and responsive there. So a bit further up my channel list, I've got a stereo pair of keyboards. So I want to link the two channels that run those. Select the first side of it, back in the input page, and there's an option here, mono, which I can change to linked. And helpfully they light up white so you can see straight away that they're linked. The next stage of setup is all in front of you here. So you've got your high pass filter, your gate, your comp, your EQ and your phantom power. It's all in a nice easy panel in front of you. One of the things I liked on the Performer, which is very similar to this, is that you can select your graphic EQ really simply just by selecting the main bus and low or high. It then glows red, so you're very clear about being in the EQ section, and you can change your EQ, which then appears on the screen up here to show you what you're doing. As well as the graphic EQ down here, you've also got access to the parametric EQ and the compressor, which again is straight in front of you, so you can always see what you're doing. So the band will still be setting up at this point, so my next job is to set up my effects. At least a basic idea of what I'm going to use. I'll probably refine this a bit more when I'm processing audio through the console. That's really easy to get to. There's an effects section in blue over here, and helpfully, if you move to your effects sends, they'll go blue as well, so you can't get confused about which page you're on in the desk. I really like how easy the effects are to set up on this board. You press effects and you're straight in, and you've got 4 different units there. You just click on this and you can select through all the different types. And once you've made your selection, it's very easy to find all the different parameters which are on these 3 pages here and correspond to the encoders below. Okay, we've got our virtual band playing now. One of the things I really like about this desk that you don't get on other small format digital consoles is that you can see all the gates and compressors working away, regardless of which channel you've got selected. So flashing X's for the gates and then actual gain reduction metering for the compressors. I've got my kit group set up at the end here, and you can also see the compressor on that working away, as well as the effects returns flashing there too. What's the other thing that's really easy is when you want to send to a monitor mix, you literally just press the mix, it all turns yellow, and you send on the faders. You can't fall into that trap of mixing the front of house sound on someone's monitor mix because it's bright yellow, it's showing you that it's on a monitor page. Similarly, if you have a feedback problem in the PA and you need to jump on it really quickly, it's just a case of jumping on the graphic. And again, you can see what you're doing, it's all there, and you can pull and push faders accordingly to what you need to do. Finally, effect sending is really, really easy. Back into the main page, out of the yellow faders. You need to send a little bit more reverb for the main vocal. Reverb effects 1, all turns blue. Again, you can't fall into a trap of being on the wrong fader page when you're mixing the show. Adjust accordingly. It's really easy. In certain venues, your mix position can be compromised. You're stuck on a balcony or in a back corner where you can't hear the full sound of the PA and you're not where the audience are going to be. This desk can wirelessly talk to an iPad, which means you can move around freely and change things like the graphic EQ, and of course the main mix. Not only that, if members of the band have their own iPads, they can download the app and look after their own mixes as well. This desk sounds absolutely great. You could use it in any venue or at a festival, but it's small enough to be able to take in a van and into those really small venues where you're having to do front of house and monitors at the same time. It's really good build quality, and the processing on board it is top notch. Lexicon, BSS, DBX, it's all in there, so you're not looking to have extra outboard or carry anything extra with you. It's just a one box solution to a small touring board. I think it's really exciting that there's a desk of this quality now available in a price range that means it'll go into smaller venues. I'd be really happy to walk up to this in any venue.